welcome to Home with Sarah Jane. Today I am making pumpkin scones. This is not my recipe, this is just a recipe I pulled off of Pinterest. I'm still trying to learn how to like pumpkin, the flavor of pumpkin. I love the smell of pumpkin, but yeah. I'm gonna make, it's called Easy Pumpkin Scones. Again, I got this recipe off of Pinterest. I will try and link it in the description box. But yeah, so today I'm just gonna make some scones. Okay, so the first thing I did is I preheated my oven to 425, and now I'm going to go ahead and start the scones. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And then I'm going to add 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Now the brown sugar that I use is actually, I make it, it's just white sugar and molasses. So I can make the brown sugar as strong as I want to, which is what I like, because I like a lot of molasses. So that was 1/4 cup of the brown sugar. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of baking powder. It just seems like a lot of... Is that right? Yeah, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, and then I'm going to add in some spices. So the first thing I'm going to add is ground cloves. And I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon. I always put a little more. I do like heaping. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to add some cinnamon. So cinnamon, it says to do 1.5 to 2. So that means I'm going to do 2. And then I'm going to mix this up. It already smells super good. I already got it all over myself. Oops, making a mess. Okay, so now I want to add in butter, pumpkin, and milk. Okay, so it calls for 3/4 cup of pumpkin. That's good enough. And then it also calls for 1/2 cup of milk. I know that these are dry ingredient measuring cups, but I use them for everything. So 1/2 cup of milk. And then it also calls for 1/2 cup of butter. So I'm just gonna cut this in little pieces and throw it in. See how perfect these pieces are that I'm cutting. I'm just gonna throw it all in. Then I'm just gonna mix this up. I didn't use the right tool. It's all stuck. It says that a dough should be forming. So let's just see if that's... Yep, it's happening. Okay, I think I might be able to do the rest with my hands. Whew. I should have sprayed my hands a little bit. Okay, that's looking pretty good. There we go. So now I'm just gonna add a little bit of flour to the surface of this and shape the dough. Oops, already got, oh, this is upside down. That's not helpful. This is really small. I probably should have grabbed a bigger one. Okay, it's fine, and I'll make it work. Okay. It says to knead it just a few times, and then to shape it and cut it into 12 wedges. I feel like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that in 12 wedges. I don't want baby scones. I want like regular scones. So let's see how that comes out. You can see the big chunks of butter. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this. I think I'm gonna do 8 scones instead of 12 like the recipe says. I just feel like if I'm gonna eat a scone, I wanna eat a good sized scone. So I'm gonna cut this down the middle and then down the middle this way. And then this way. It's a little sticky. Whoop. That one popped up. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is plop these on to a cookie sheet. It says to put down, I think parchment, but I'm just gonna use one of those like silicone mats instead. Is that the right way? Yeah. Okay. So now I'm just gonna transfer these onto the cookie sheet. I'm gonna try not to break them. This is usually when I make scones, the dough isn't sticky, so this is a little different for me. And I was thinking, was it too early for me to make pumpkin scones? But then I thought about it, and I was asking my husband, I was asking my sister, like, should I make these already? It's not even fall yet. And they were like, yeah, go ahead. And oh, that's my dog crying. And I was just thinking, they just want pumpkin scones. They don't care when I make them. But then I was really thinking about it, and I was like, if Hobby Lobby can put up Christmas stuff, Iro, stop. If what was I saying? If Hobby Lobby could put up Christmas stuff in July, I can make a pumpkin scone a few days before fall. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pop these into the oven for, I think it says, yeah, 14 to 16 minutes, and then I'm going to let them cool. Okay, so here they are straight, sorry, I forgot to turn my light on, but here they are straight out of the oven. Trying to, I can't grab anything with the oven mitt. I'm gonna let them cool. They look pretty good. And then I'm going to add the glaze to the top, but I don't think I'm gonna use the glaze in the recipe. I think I'm gonna use a glaze that I use for some of my other scones, because I just don't like, I don't know, I'm just not in love with the glaze option on the recipe. So, okay, so if you wanna make the regular glaze that goes with this recipe, it is a half a cup of powdered sugar, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 to 2 tablespoons of hot water, and then just a little bit of pumpkin pie spice to dust on top. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to make a different glaze. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using 1 cup of powdered sugar, 3 tablespoons of butter, and about a half to a full teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then if I need to thin it out, I'll just use a tiny bit of water. But I'm going to make the glaze now. This is still too thick. It looks really gross. I need water. That's looking a little better. Oh, I forgot to shut my pantry door. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, my dryer's super loud. That looks a little better. I'm gonna add just should I add a little bit more? I feel like I'm gonna ruin it. Just a little bit more. I was just thinking after I put this together that I should have done like a cream cheese glaze. And that would have been really, really good. But I didn't, so this is what I'm gonna use. Again, this is just butter, vanilla, water, and powdered sugar. It's very similar to the lemon glaze that I make. The only difference is I did not add lemon to this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drizzle some over the top of the scones. So I have these on a cool, what is that noise?
Your kids.
Oh, my kids sound like squirrels or something. Okay, so I have these on a cooling rack. I'm just gonna drizzle some of this glaze over the top. They're not gonna be beautiful. Hopefully they'll be good. Let's take a look and just see how they are. Okay. Nah, I can do it with my hands. So here they are, pumpkin scones with the glaze. Ooh, they actually look good. Okay, I'm gonna taste it. It looks really good. This one does taste better. I made a pumpkin scone before and I didn't like the glaze on it, and that's why I changed the glaze on this one. And it tasted much better with the buttery glaze opposed to the watery glaze that it was last time. These are actually really good. So that is it. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye.